Welcome to episode 109 of the Thunder Underground podcast. I'm Trent, joined by Jason, and we've got a ton of stuff to talk about.
Damn right. We're going to make some asshole noise. See, I told you.
You fit it in right off the bat.
Exactly. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
To quote the mighty Phil Anselmo, or Philip H. Anselmo.
That's right.
Make some asshole noise.
Why not?
Well, let's just get right into this. Since, like I said, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
You were able to make it out to the second day of Holata Fest.
Yes.
For part of it and saw a few bands. So just kind of run through the few you saw and how they were. Because I know all the ones you saw are ones neither one of us have ever seen live before.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I started off with, I got there to see Gunnar and Sebastian. And those guys were great. They were just doing, some Alice in Chains, some Stone Temple Pilots, Stone Sour. Sebastian, this guy could sing his ass off. I mean, it was really cool.
Is that an acoustic bass thing or something?
It was just two guitars. They were plugged in. They were clean though.
Okay.
And but that guy could wail. So I want to find out more, dig in a little bit, and see what's up with this guy because this dude could sing. So that was awesome. That was great. And then Altar Blood, I mean, if you like just, it's kind of like, it's the good meat and potatoes metal, but with kind of like death vocals, more brutal kind of vocals. And then Steam Shovel, which they were fucking badass. It's like, God, when I was watching it, I had a great, it's like that whole kind of stoner rock vibe, but like brighter, a little bit more, I don't know, man, a little like funner, but not that stoner rock's not fun.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, this was just,
like Crowback tends to do.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, it was so cool. And, they all would sing and I mean, it was just badass and just, riffs and grooves and just like bluesy solos. And I mean, it was just, I really enjoyed that band and I can't wait to hear more of them, find out more of them, and it's just one of those things, we've been doing this and we know a lot of these bands, but there's still a lot of ground to cover.
Oh yeah.
And, so they were great. I saw an Open Approach and they were great. Those guys were, it was like I think it's what like, the idea I got from them was like, what bands on the radio should be. They were accessible. The singer was fucking great. That guy could sing. And, they had good riffs. It was catchy, but it wasn't douchey like a lot of that shit on the radio is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was awesome. And,
And that's formerly Blindside 2020,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
That's right. And, I talked to CJ from Grind for a little bit. Of course, Ira from Forever and Discuss was there and he was wanting to know where the hell you were. But no, it was, what I got to see, I had to leave. I had a family thing later on that evening. But I saw some great stuff. And like you said, it was good that it was bands, we hadn't seen before. And, once again, just, a great event to honor John Holata, so, and I saw, on all the different, everybody's social media and whatnot. I mean, the place was packed, later on that night. So I'm so glad that, this thing went off amazingly and it was so well attended and, John's such a revered guy and everyone, showed up and proved that. And, just a great event and, props to Steve Murdoch. I'm sure the guy is still tired from all that.
Yeah.
But he did a great job. It was awesome.
Yeah, two full Saturdays of that, which both had a lot of prep going into them. So once again, much love to Steve Murdoch and everybody that was involved with that, and the Shrine for
definitely
giving the time and the space. And I know that even though all the proceeds from the event were going to Casey Holata, also I think the Shrine was donating like 10% of the bar, which is kind of a big deal because most venues and stuff like that don't do stuff like that. So that was really cool to see as well, and all the money they raised from the auctions. And I even got myself some First Strike stuff, which I know Kevin Graham's still a little pissed about. Is that a bidding war with him? But got some nice vinyl to throw on, some classic First Strike, and even some Mike DiPetrillo autograph sticks from back when he was in the band to go along with my Driver DiPetrillo autograph stick, which I don't think Kevin has that either.
He's going to be really pissed at you.
Right.
Well, I hope this is something.
Yeah, you were able to grab that CD, weren't you? That had all the...
Oh, yes. I got one of the CDs with all the Joint Effect songs, all the Screaming Red Mutiny songs. I would think, I don't know. I mean, I was there pretty early. I would imagine they all were sold out.
Right.
But I'm sure, who knows, maybe there'll be more of them. But that was definitely something I wanted to pick up, a great souvenir.
Yeah.
And I listened to it all night. So it was badass.
Yeah.
And, I hope that, I hope something like this can happen every year. It'd be great, I think.
Yeah. They're calling it first annual. So yeah, I hope that means it'll be a yearly event.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just celebrate this music. So if you're not familiar with John Holata, you're not from around this area, just do yourself a favor, get on YouTube, Spotify, Reverb Nation, Bandcamp, look up Scream Red Mutiny, look up the Joint Effect.
Yeah.
And you're going to love it.
Yeah, there's 100% guarantee that you're going to love it.
Speaking of Holata Fest, the first weekend of this, day one, the week before last, we caught Enslaved by Fear as one of the bands on that day.
Yeah.
And we wanted to play a song for you.
Let's do it.
So let's just get right into this. This song's called American Death Grip. It's the title track from their album that came out the year before last. Check this out. That was American Death Grip by Enslaved by Fear, featuring Steve Tennant of Silence the Messenger. And that's off their album of the same name. Came out in 2015. And I'll tell you, I've listened to this album several times, like last year.
Yeah.
Basically, whenever I knew they were playing Rocklahoma, and I'd seen them, live somewhere before that. I can't remember where, but really started cranking that thing. And it's just full of greatness, as you can hear in this song. And like this song's so, especially the beginning of it kind of reminds me of like Demi Borger almost.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
it's so,
I get that. Yeah.
It's so grand and epic. And then the vocals come in so intense and heavy and evil.
Mm-hmm.
But then, of course, pretty quickly it goes away into like more of that new wave of American heavy metal type sound. And,
yeah,
everything they do, Brax's clean vocals are amazing. The drums and the guitars in this thing are just, pinpoint accurate and just badass.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what I liked about this song is it just encompasses everything that heavy metal is.
Yeah,
it really does. You've got just riffage for days. You got brutal vocals. You've got melodic vocals. You've got an insane solo. I mean, it's just you can't hate this. There's no way you can.
Yeah,
this is super good.
Yeah, so look them up on Reverb Nation. That album's also on Spotify. You can buy the thing, I think, on iTunes as well. So get their Facebook, like them, support them. Do that with all these bands. Everybody needs the support.
That's right.
And they're great live, too. So if they come to here, they tour the country, I know at least a couple times a year.
Yes, they're road dogs.
So they're not just from our area. They're from, you can catch them all over the place. So be on the lookout for that. And well, speaking of great live bands, Metallica finally dropped the announcement.
Finally.
Doing America, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they had all these dates come out from, some overseas stuff and then the Rock on the Range and the random stuff, but there was always the teasers about the summer tour, and then it came out that it was going to be a stadium tour, and then the rumors came out that it was probably Avenged Sevenfold and Volbeat, and then, of course, all that was true.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But, unfortunately, it's only some here, some there. There's a few dates with both of them, and then there's even dates with Gojira that, of course, aren't anywhere near us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And, of course, we get the date closest to us with just Avenged Sevenfold, which I'd rather have the other two. But
yeah, me too.
Hey.
I would much rather have Volbeat and Gojira. But hey, we're getting them. It's happening. Dallas will be there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
June 16th.
Yeah, June 16th. It's here we go. This is my favorite band, and I'm amped. I can't wait to see them. And I've never been to the AT&T Stadium, so this is gonna be pretty huge, I think. And as for the openers, whatever, that's cool. I mean, for me, the whole thing is Metallica,
Right.
But I do agree it would be nice if it was, Volbeat and Gojira. But whatever, it's going to be a fun time. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah. I've seen many football games in that stadium.
Yes.
Like OU and stuff, but I saw a concert there.
You saw Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses there, and it sounded great, so it wasn't, because a lot of times you get in big spaces and it kind of loses something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, I was pretty close, so that might have something to do with it if you're in the very back, but it's not outdoors, which is the best part for something like this, because I like outdoor shows at times, but they always sound better when they're indoors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in a bigger space,
But you know what? It's summer. They're going to have the top open so they can shoot off a bunch of goddamn fireworks.
Well, no, that Cowboy Stadium doesn't open completely. It's just like that little section, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hey, they can shoot them off and then the smoke, residue can float out.
Yeah, there you go.
But, I mean, they're hitting all over the place, and there's a lot of dates, and there's a lot of gaps in between them, so they could add more stuff later, but I bet with the production they're doing, they might not, and they probably use some of those gaps to play overseas shows, and who knows what.
Yeah, probably. I think, I'm pretty sure that once this run is over, they're off to Europe and the rest of the world for quite a while. Yeah. It would be nice if there's maybe a second leg, at the beginning of the year next year, but I'm not holding my breath.
I'm sure. I mean, with the length that they go out and do stuff between albums.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I would expect a second U.S. leg in probably 2018.
Yeah. Yeah, where they hit like the arenas and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll hit the smaller markets, and not even, some of them not even smaller markets, just can hit arenas in any town.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of Metallica.
Yeah, let's just do it.
The Grammys were a couple nights ago.
I got some things to say.
Yeah, I do too. And I didn't even watch it. Well, about a year ago we sat here.
Yes,
and had the same discussion.
Same goddamn talk. Same fucking thing.
We talked about one of the live performances, and we talked about the metal category. Mm-hmm. So here we are again.
Yep. But it's like
again.
It's like we got a bitch because it's even worse this year. I mean, I don't know. It was just
I don't know if it's worse.
It was a grand fuck up. I don't know. I think it was, but I mean, you go first. Say what you're gonna say.
Well, first, before we talk about Metallica, let's talk about Megadeth.
Yeah.
And the award for best metal performance or whatever. And I remember mentioning last year that maybe that year and maybe the year before, I don't know. At least last year, they did a better job of picking 5 songs, 5 bands that, kind of encompassed metal. And they're, because for years and years and years when they did this, they would always put in, throw Slayer, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Motorhead, which are all bands we love, but it'd be like, a live version of Iron Man from 2007.
Yeah.
That wins the fucking metal Grammy, and then for years it was hard rock and metal mixed. And so then you'd have like Hellstorm and Foo Fighters against, Slayer and Celtic Frost, which they didn't get nominated. I'm just trying to throw something extreme different in there. But, it'd be shit like that. And then, Anthrax would be nominated for their cover of TNT, and then their cover of Neon Nights, and then Tenacious D wins for, an acoustic cover of The Last in Line.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So, and this year again, it was a good job on the nominees. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of shocked because you see those nominees and you assume Gojira is going to win, because kind of like you assumed Ghost was going to win last year.
Yeah. Even
though that's another point of contention, because are they really metal?
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, exactly. That's another episode.
Dig through our episodes and go listen to that.
Yeah.
And, but Gojira is kind of like the critical darling, as well as the fact that they're great and they deserve awards. But,
yeah, definitely.
And I think we even mentioned this last time as one of the things that suck about the Grammys is Megadeth has been nominated a billion times and never won. Well, and here we are and they won. And I almost think that they're not winning off the merits of anything. They probably just gave it to them because they realized, we have never give this band one. They've been nominated 12 times.
Yeah, let's just give them one. We don't got to listen to all this shit.
Right. But
we can move on to the Latin jazz category.
Right. They deserve it because that song is great, and that album is one of the best albums of last year.
Oh, yeah. Hands down.
Without a doubt. So, I don't like the Grammys, but I know that as a musician, you're thankful that you got nominated or get the award, even if you're going to bitch about it.
Yeah.
They're there. All these bands go, even though they, they'll probably turn around and tell someone it's stupid.
Yeah. You want to be recognized,
Yeah. So then, the big point of contention is they walk up there and the house band plays Master of Puppets.
Yep.
So here's my theory. Dave Mustaine's a smart guy. And I kind of think he probably told him to play it.
Wow, that's a good one.
Because you think the next day, if Megadeth wins the award for Best Metal Performance at the Grammys, that's going to make news on what? Loudwire and Blabbermouth?
Yeah.
And Metal Injection?
Yeah.
And then go away?
Yeah.
And who's going to read it? No one but a bunch of metalhead geeks.
Yeah. But now,
if there's actual news attached to it, like, holy shit, they fucked up and played this band that, he used to be contentious about and all this. Now it's an actual news story. Mm-hmm. Even if, my wild theory here isn't true, Dave probably loves this because it's just bringing more attention to Megadeth.
Yeah, That's a great, I like how your mind works there because, you know, me, I'm just a big dumb idiot. I just get pissed off. What the fuck? This is ridiculous. You know, but now that you say that, I'm calming down a little bit. That might be a good theory. You know, that might fucking be true. But yeah, I don't know. It just adds to the silliness of all this.
It seems too wild of a thing to mistake. It's like, if they're preparing and they're going to be like, okay, if this band wins, play this, no one's going to be like, here, learn how to, you know, play this 12 seconds of this song that's not even a nominee, even though they were playing later that night. It doesn't really make sense how that's an accident, you know?
But, well, see, to me it does, because that institution is so fucking clueless and stupid when it comes to anything that's not pop or rap or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, all you got to do is hit Google Megadeth and then transcription, you know, music notes or whatever it is these guys look up for their orchestration or whatever.
Yeah, true. True. You know, that's a really good point. God, I wouldn't be surprised because, you know, I love Megadeth. I love Dave Mustaine, but he sure loves a headline.
Yeah.
So, God, maybe you're right. Wow, you kind of turned part of this podcast on its ear for me here. Okay.
Nice.
All right. But I'm still pissed about a couple things, but go on.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the end of that. I mean, even though I hate the Grammys, I guess I'm glad they won because they deserve it more than, you know, more than most bands that do win it half the time.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go.
And then next up is Metallica played.
Yes.
I guess at some point with Lady Gaga.
Yes.
So I just got to ask you, like, how did it go? Because I didn't see it.
I saw it, and just my first reaction is fucking stupid. It was fucking ridiculous, and it should have never fucking happened. And I'll tell you something. When I heard about it, I was just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. Are they gonna do a metal version of a Lady Gaga song, or I mean, what are they gonna do? One of the classics? And I mean, I just didn't know, and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna go. And this is nothing against. I mean, it's nothing against. I mean, I like Metallica. We all know that they're my favorite band in the world. I think they're the best band in the world. Maybe they aren't, but I think it. So whatever. And in the grand scheme of things, I don't really mind Lady Gaga. Do I listen to that shit? No. But, you know, in the mart of pop music, I guess it's okay. You know, I've heard a couple songs that makes me think of the 80s. So, whatever. And, you know, she's all weird and shit. I'm always okay with people being weird.
Right.
But sometimes that doesn't mean it always needs to go together. I mean, I like salami and I like grape jelly, but that doesn't mean I'm going to make a salami and grape jelly sandwich and it's going to be good.
Right.
You know? And it was just, it was awkward, and it was, you know, first of all, Laverne Cox, when she introduced him, she forgot to say Metallica.
Oh, I read about that.
Yeah. She tweeted about it later that she just was excited and apologized, so whatever, no big deal. But it was so just like contrived and just like fake and awkward. Like they've got these dancers that are trying to act like they're moshing and headbanging, and Lady Gaga comes out of one of the gaggle of dancers, and she's just like overhead banging and overdoing it, and it just felt such like a put on.
Yeah.
You know, and then of course, you know, the whole debacle with James's mic not working and all the stupid shit, and you know, they never even put the camera on Rob. And,
the whole time?
Yeah, no, the whole time. I mean, just, you'd only see it when it was like, you know, wide out and, you know, a wide shot of the stage. And I mean, it was just, you know, I think the only thing that I thought was cool was they just did Moth in a Flame, and she sang, you know, a few lines of it. They trade off vocals. I kind of thought they'd do some stupid version of of a cover or one of her songs. I don't know. But that was the only redeeming quality of it. But I just think Lady Gaga was just she was just trying to be too metal. And, I don't really care if she's a metalhead. That's fine. But she didn't belong. I mean, it just didn't go together, and I wasn't really a fan of when they did one with that piano guy a couple years ago. It just didn't sound, I don't know. It just seemed really uncomfortable, and it just seemed like way too much of a put on. And then, it was just kind of messed up anyways with the technical difficulties. We all saw James kick the microphone over and throw his guitar, and, so it was just kind of a debacle, and I didn't enjoy it. It was uncomfortable watching it. And, I just think, and, it's like that kind of thing, just have them come out and do their song. They don't need to do a duet. They don't need to, I don't know, all this stupid fucking fake moshing dancers. Fuck that. That's just so fucking stupid. That really pissed me off. And I just, and that coupled with the Megadeth thing, and it's just like, just ignore it all. Just get all that out of there. They don't give a fuck about metal. They don't give a fuck about any, you've got all these genres of music, like jazz and blues and, world music that is older and better and, more sophisticated than whatever the fuck you're putting on TV. And you take these genres that people could like really learn from, and you put them in a fucking different building and don't even put them on TV.
Right.
Because it's not, some stupid fucking rapper or some whore with her boobs hanging out, It's just, I'm going off. Watch out. And it's just like, just don't even bother, because they don't care. They don't care about metal or jazz or blues or whatever. It's just like, get that shit out of there. I wouldn't even give them the time of day anymore. And, if I wasn't such a pop culture person, because, hey, I grew up in the 80s and stuff, I wouldn't watch award shows. But for some reason, like a moth to a flame, no pun intended, I love watching award shows. So, I don't know.
Well, see,
I mean, that's just what I feel about it. I don't know nothing. Who am I? But that's just my first take on it. That's what I think.
I mean, here's my thing is, you said you felt, uncomfortable or felt bad or whatever watching this. You kind of deserve that because you watched it.
Well, I'm just, and
sorry to be that blunt and mean.
Well, that's your job. That's what you do. You do that a lot, Trent.
Right.
And we might have to talk about that once the microphone's off, damn it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing too, is I kind of felt that, what you just said. When I watched it, I'm like, why am I even watching this? This is fucking, what?
Because you fell right into their trap.
What the fuck am I doing,
See, here's the thing.
No, look, if Metallica's gonna be on TV, I'm gonna watch it. Call it a trap if you want. I don't give a fuck.
If it had been...
You're a conspiracy guy sometimes, so, I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
No, if it had been, the Foo Fighters, you would have watched it.
Probably.
It doesn't have to be Metallica.
Yeah.
See, my thing is, I see all these people on social media bitching about how stupid the Grammys are.
Yeah, that's one more thing.
About how horrible the Grammys are.
Yeah.
About how it doesn't mean nothing. It's fucking stupid. And then guess what? Grammy night. Every one of these fuckers are tweeting. They're posting on Facebook, oh, this song's stupid. I can't believe that they, Chance the Rapper this, Adele that. Yeah. Fuck this and that. When's Metallica going to play? Guess what? You're a fucking hypocrite. Because you sat there and bitched about it, and now you're watching it.
Yeah.
And they put Metallica on there so you would watch it. And even if Metallica wasn't on there, you'd probably still be watching it because you're a hypocrite.
Well, here's the thing is, look, whether I fell into a trap or not, like I said, when I heard about it, I was like, this is not gonna.
Right.
And yeah, I watched it, and yeah, maybe I shouldn't have watched it.
But see, I
didn't say anything on social media or anything. because I knew, oh God, here it comes. And before the song was even over, my feed was just flooded.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, well, what did you guys think was gonna, I mean, it's gonna be fucking, it was like a fucking train wreck. I couldn't look away. And, I don't know. Once again, you've made me think and feel things I didn't know that was going to come to. I don't know. Maybe I am a sheep. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm a heavy metal sheep, so fuck off.
Well, see, they put Metallica on there. They put the Hollywood Vampires on there last year.
Mm-hmm.
AC/DC was on there whenever that was, 2-3 years ago. And people tune in, and then they say the Grammys are stupid, but yet they're sitting there watching it.
Yep.
So the Grammys don't care if you think they're stupid.
Yeah.
But you did exactly what they wanted you to do, which is watch it. It doesn't matter how shitty it goes, because like we talked about and everybody knows, they don't give a shit about rock for the most part, but especially heavy rock.
Yeah.
The only thing I gave them credit for this year was that rock category was actually diversified for once. You had Gojira in that category.
Yeah. Yeah.
David Bowie.
Which is great.
Along with everything. And there's another thing. Okay, now David Bowie's going to start winning Grammys because he's dead.
Yeah,
fuck
bullshit.
you. He should have won like 48 Grammys in the past, 30 years.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Well, you're the stronger one out of many of us that held off. And you know what?
I've still never even watched Guns N' Roses Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I've never even seen that. But it's like I said, I knew I shouldn't have watched it, before I even sat down to watch it, but I did. And it's just, like I told you earlier, it comes from a part of me that, a pop culture kind of thing, it comes from growing up in the 80s and watching all that stuff. And I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is, but, I have to watch some of that stuff sometimes. It's weird.
Well,
I'm not proud of it.
Yeah. I used to be the same way. I'd watch them all and, into the early 90s and mid 90s, with the American Music Awards and the Billboard Music Awards and MTV Music and Movie Awards and all that stuff. And, but back whenever rock was kind of a dominant feature.
Yeah.
And not just a byproduct that we might show one act here and there.
Yeah.
And Dave Grohl was usually involved. So I can't believe Dave Grohl wasn't out there with Metallica and Lady Gaga, by the way.
Oh, jeez. Well, when we get into the Billboard Music Awards and the American Music Awards and the Fuck You Music Awards, whatever the fuck all this stuff is, I don't watch any of those. It's just I always
you did back in 1992.
Yes,
what I'm talking about.
I definitely did. But
when Firehouse was winning awards,
I know. I mean, which they should still fucking be winning awards. But anyways, but yeah, the Grammys and the Oscars, I still end up fucking watching those.
Yeah.
So anyways.
Well, let's talk about something happier.
Yes, let's, because I kind of want to punch something right now.
Right. So let's calm down and get happy because Chasing Jenny has new music out.
Yeah, this is a great song. We're going to play it.
This song's called Your Eyes Are Killing Me.
Seem to
Your Eyes Are Killing Me from Chasing Jenny out of Oklahoma City. Man, that's what's some good words here to use? You know, her voice is really almost bluesy, but really eerie at times too.
Yeah.
And then the music kind of takes that same route. It's got that cool heavy punch, you know, and the solo, you know, is real kind of bluesy as well.
Yeah.
It's almost like, and I don't even know, it's like if you took some of the angstiest 90s music and mixed it with Night Songs by Cinderella. You know.
She's going to love that, you know.
Hopefully. If they don't, I'll be sad, you know, but
she will love it. She will love it.
Yeah.
You know, I like how you said like eerie. And I think that's kind of what the song, the verses anyway, is kind of, you know, it's brooding, it's pumping. I really enjoyed that, you know.
Yeah, it's got that bass line.
Yeah, it came up, and then it comes up to this thing, and so, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it's kind of cool how it builds with that, her singing on that bass line, and it builds up to that, you know, that heaviness, and he comes back to that again.
Yeah, and she's pretty good live.
Oh yeah,
she goes all out. She'll walk around the place. She'll whatever she's got to do to get your attention.
Yeah, they're a great band, and she's got huge stage presence. It's badass.
Yeah.
Seen them a couple times and look forward to seeing them again.
Definitely.
This song is on YouTube and it's also on their Facebook. You can check it out. Chasing Jenny OKC, I think is how you find them on Facebook. So get on there and like them. Well, last week we saw Winger.
Yes, we did.
It's been...
He did not win the Grammy, by the way.
Oh, crap. I even forgot to even look that up.
I looked. Anyways, we don't want to get back into that shit.
Well, if you didn't know, Kip Winger was nominated for a Grammy for Best Classical Album, which is pretty badass when you consider, you know, this is a guy from the heyday of glam rock.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you that this guy is a world-class musician that has never got the true respect he deserves at any level. But, you know, hey, get nominated for a Grammy for your classical music, I guess shows there's some respect there from somewhere, someone.
Not too shabby, right? Yeah. And all the guys around him in his band are amazing musicians as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, just Rod Mortenstein and Reb Beach are two, you know, as well, two of the most underrated musicians from that era or even all time in rock music.
Yeah.
And then John Roth has been in that band since Pool came out. So he's been there for we're coming up on 25 years now.
I know.
From that. And, you know, he's world class as well. And
he
plays with Starship. He plays with Giant. He's got a new album that just came out called the Roth Brock Project. It's like an AOR thing. And, you know, so he's got tons of stuff going on as well. Of course, Reb Beach is in Whitesnake. But that's besides the point. We saw Winger live.
Yes, we did.
And it had been a while. I'll say what it had been about 2 years since I seen him. How long has it been since you'd seen him?
I haven't seen him since, one of the Rocklahomas, I think.
They played the first Rocklahoma, I think.
I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking insane, man. I mean, what a show, all those guys have a presence. I mean, and then just the musicianship. I mean, it's insane. And I don't want to hear no bullshit about, it's Winger and all that. Fuck you. I mean, this stuff is badass. You know, I used to be one of those guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I mean, everything is just on a dime. Everything's exact and everything is just turned up to fucking 14. It's great.
Yeah. Just Reb Beach alone, you know, was worth the price of any admission just to see this guy live. He's probably in my top 5, if not top 10 favorite guitarist of all time. And it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then you couple that with the other guys like we talked about, and then that drum solo that Rod did, and then the end of Headed for Heartbreak, you know, he's going nuts on the drums.
Oh man, that was insane. That was such a highlight. And I gotta say, watching Rod Morgenstein play drums was just it's watching, it was nuts. And, it was so fun to watch and he was so good. I didn't get to see a lot of Reb's fingers a lot, cause there's people in front of us.
Right.
There's 2 dorks that were 8 feet tall that were acting the fucking words out I love you, man, in the Rush concert. And I was just thinking to myself, I wish these fucking guys would move.
No, I remember that because I moved myself, so they weren't in my view anymore.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's like, what the, and they were taking selfies. The fucking, god damn it. I mean, it was just like, anyways.
Well, see, here's the cool thing is we saw Kip Winger, play the pre-party for Streets Gone Wild.
Yeah.
Last fall, and he played the same venue, the Ideal Ballroom. We didn't mention that. And, that he didn't go off, set list. He had obviously the hits he was going to play, and then he would ask the crowd for songs and, request and stuff, and played some of them. And, on this night, when we saw Winger the other night, there was apparently like 2 or 3 dudes over here on the side that were like geek level fans like I am, and they were screaming Blind Revolution mad. And he said, all right, luckily we actually just rehearsed that and sound checked today. We weren't planning on playing it, but we'll do it.
And they did.
And so I geeked out because that's my absolute favorite Winger song of all time. And they played it and they nailed it.
They did it. What about they brought the guy up at the end to play Ain't Talking About Love?
They do that at every show.
Was that a plant?
No.
I mean, because I got to figure.
I mean, I've seen him.
It's a pretty easy bass line. It's 2 notes. And then if you're a bass player, you can do that. And if you're a bass player, you can kind of play around with it a little, probably.
Yeah.
And if you're a bass player at a Winger concert, you probably know a Van Halen tune or 2. So I'm thinking, I heard some people go, was that fake? And I'm like, I don't think it was.
I mean, when I saw him in Fort Smith, they had the same thing. Asked someone, people raising their hand, he picked a guy out of the crowd. Yeah. So if they put a plan every show, I don't know. But,
yeah. Well, they did tell the guy, look, we're serious. If you,
because I'm sure
if you suck, we're going to fucking kick you off,
Because I'm sure, they've got people up there thinking they're just being a dork, and they're like, oh, we're really supposed to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've seen other YouTube videos of other people doing it.
Okay.
I think so. I'm pretty sure they do that at every show now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but I can't express enough. Go see Winger if you get the chance. And it's just a great time.
Yeah, it was so fun. Like you said, it was a great time. You had a couple shots, and you were singing one of the ballads to me.
Ha.
That was beautiful. Thanks, Trent.
I don't even need shots for that.
Yeah. Well, I figured maybe that's why you were like grabbing my shoulder and everything.
Oh,
but hey, whatever. Anyways, moving right along.
Well, also mentioned Doxy. Doxy opened up.
Yeah.
And great band out of Tulsa that's got a great throwback, sound that fits that era. And, we saw him. Where did we see him? We saw him at the Shrine opening up for LA Guns. Tracy Guns.
Yeah.
And, it was just a great, good time hard rock band. So check them out if you get the chance as well. And this was at the Ideal Ballroom, and such a great place to see a show.
Yeah.
Tom Green, has an amazing place. And
yes. Tom Green is the fucking man.
Yeah. Always puts on amazing shows. He pulled off Streets Gone Wild. And then just announced recently that Tom Kiefer is coming there on June 3rd. So we can't wait to see that.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
If you've never seen Tom Kiefer live, that's another one that'll just blow you away with his musicianship, because he plays at least 3 or 4 different instruments live, and then he'll play 8 more on record. So he's like the Prince of hair metal, okay?
I like that. We need to make that a hashtag.
Right. I'll make t-shirts that say it. Well, what's the next thing on our agenda?
Is the Reliance Code CD release.
Oh, yeah. I was going to play into that because when I saw Winger in Fort Smith, I saw him at
That's right, yeah.
the Rib Room, and I'd seen 3 or 4 shows probably in my life there, and then it ended up shutting down about a year ago. And then it reopened sometime this past year called the Sound, I think it's the Sound Room. And I just want to say this is one of my favorite venues I've ever seen a show at.
Nice. Well, I can't wait then.
Yeah. It's because it's an outdoor venue, but it's one of those ones where it's like partially in like built to where like the whole, bar area and side areas are completely covered. Mm-hmm. And then it's got a second level that's completely covered. And then the whole center area is like open sky.
Yeah.
So it's like partially indoor, partially outdoor. It sounds great. You can, when we saw Winger there that time, we, were there early and walking by to go find something to eat, and they were there sound checking. So we just stood there and listened to them sound check.
That's
and
awesome.
Since it was outdoors partially, you could hear everything perfect.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's
So-
great. Didn't you see Winery Dogs there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winery Dogs, and then Rock Sugar,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is an
yeah,
amazing
yeah, I
live
forgot
show.
about that, yeah.
I'd love to see that band again. Well, the reason we're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
this is because Reliance Code is having their CD release show there. And they're doing it along with Screaming Red Mutiny, Vague Vendetta, and the Revolutioners.
Nice.
And that's one hell of a 4-band bill right there.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, once Metallica's over, we're heading to that one.
Yeah, it's the day after Metallica in Dallas.
Yeah.
So we got to head from Dallas to Fort Smith.
Yep.
And then Iron Maiden is in Oklahoma City on Monday.
I know.
So we at least get a little breather there.
Yeah.
But that'll be, one hell of a 4-day span.
Yeah, it will be. We're gonna be tired.
Yeah. But look up Reliance Code. They're currently right now, or soon to be, I think in March, recording several more songs to put out a full-length CD, but they have an EP out right now. It's got 4 songs. They're all excellent. And just a few episodes ago, we had 2 of the members on here. Great interview with them. So go check that out. Of course, Screaming Red Mutiny. You've heard us mention them many times. That was John Holata's most recent band.
Yes.
We had that whole band on, all 4 of them, back sometime last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like episode 48 or 49. And then, of course, we played their music.
Oh,
Their
man.
EP, Uncovered We Press, is
Yeah.
great. We actually played that on the last episode.
Yes, we sure did.
So
We sure
check
did.
that out as well. We've never played Vague Vendetta, but I saw them live. They're great, so we're really looking forward to seeing them again. They're a band out of Arkansas.
Yeah.
And then the Revolutioners we talked about
Oh,
on
yeah.
the last episode because we just saw them at the first day of Holata
Yeah,
Fest.
a lot of fest. Yeah. Yeah, they're great.
So, man, yeah. If you're anywhere near Fort Smith, Arkansas, go there for great music and a great venue. And
June 17th, be there.
yeah.
That's for sure.
Well,
We got this Rockfest.
yeah, talking about
It's
more.
Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, June 3rd.
Yeah, that's actually, is it June 3rd or 4th? I think I wrote 3rd, but it's the 4th.
Really?
Yeah, because 3rd is Tom Kiefer Friday, I think.
Gotcha.
If I'm remembering right. I could, whatever, it's the Saturday, whatever day that is.
You need to get on this, Trent.
And the thing, these Rockfest lineups come out every year. They've been doing this. I think I saw the thing, this is like their 25th anniversary.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they do this every year, and I always see the lineup and think, that'd be cool. But then it's never good enough to make me want to drive there
Yeah.
because it's always around Rocklahoma and stuff. We got other stuff going on. And, I remember like last year, Alter Bridge and Seven Dust were on it, I think, which are great. But then the rest of it was like Papa Roach and 3 Days Grace and Five Finger
Oh, God, you love 3 Days Grace. I
Nutsack.
know that much.
Oh, yeah, we all do. Porn star smacking or whatever the fuck that shit
Jesus
is.
Christ.
Anyway,
Ugh.
this year's lineup of Rockfest is headlined by Godsmack. So
Nice.
the good thing about this is you can see a lot of great music and then cut out early and not have to deal with the crowds leaving. right?
Exactly. You got Sammy Hagar, Volbeat, Rat.
Zach Sabbath,
Yeah.
Tom Kiefer, Collective Soul, Candlebox, Crowbot, Buck Cherry, Blackberry Smoke, POD, and Hellstorm.
Pretty solid bill.
Yeah, just look at stuff like Zach Sabbath, Sammy, Tom Kiefer, Crowbot, Candlebox, Rat, Buck Cherry, Blackberry Smoke. I'd drive for that any day
Yeah.
of the week,
Yeah, definitely.
So it's at like a speedway or something. I don't know. I've never been to a show.
Yeah.
At this place, it's like the Kansas Speedway, and I know sometimes those shows can be a little weird.
Yeah.
From what I've heard from other people. Not specifically that place. I just mean shows that end up being at racetracks, but
Yeah. Well, it's an insane lineup. I know that much.
yeah. Even though that's like the Saturday after Rocklahoma will be like dead to the world, that's almost worth trying to muster up the strength to go do it.
Pick ourselves up. Yeah. Yeah.
On another show that just got announced is here in a couple weeks at Downtown Lounge, Fist of Rage is doing a show, and they're bringing along Less Than Human and Smoke Offering.
Yep.
And this is, I know that once, we talked about in the last episode that unfortunately Downtown Lounge is closing at the end of March. And I've noticed that I think the owner Jake and the venue have posted, if you're interested in playing, get with us. We'll book the shows.
Yeah, they're just blowing it out too.
Yeah, they're going full force, I think, on just putting as many shows as they can with the time they got left there.
Yep, why not?
And that's a Saturday night, so if you're in this area, you got no excuse.
I'm going.
Yeah, and that's actually 2 days before He Is Legend's going to be there.
Yeah.
And that'll be another one to knock the damn doors off.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll try to be at that one as well. Well, I think we're running low on our list of topics, but anything else you want to bitch about?
I bitched enough earlier. That was all the negativity I got in me right now. I got it all out. I feel better, I guess.
What about positivity?
Positivity? Well, I mean, we get a Metallica tour in the U.S. That's my positive thing.
Yeah.
Here's
some positivity. We're planning to go to see Havoc and Ex Mortis this weekend.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that until this morning. I thought, oh, fuck, we're going to go do that. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah. And then there's shows coming up next week is like Kiss and stuff. And then the week after that's the Tesla and Dropkick Murphys and Dirty Reggae Punks and Seasons After are all like 4 days in a row.
Yeah. Are you going to hit all of them?
And then that Fist of Rage is the day after that. So that's 5 days in a row.
Fuck, it is, isn't it? Jesus.
You're hitting them all.
I am?
Yeah.
Shit.
I just nominated you. You're the Thunder Under representative for all those shows.
Oh, my God. Well, I'll definitely be at Tesla and Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah. Well, let's mention the Dirty Reggae Punks if you're not familiar with that. They're a band that comprises a couple former members of Green Jelly. So, I mean, you don't really have to tell me much more than that to get me to come out to that.
But Green Jello or Green Jelly? They had to change it to Green Jelly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, I say Green Jelly. Here's the thing. It's like, there was always kind of a joke back then. I assume it's still now.
Yeah.
When the band does perform, I don't know how active they are because I know the main dude's always been there.
Yeah.
But when they had to change the name from Green Jello to Green Jelly because whoever it is, Kraft or whoever owns the Jello brand, sued him and forced him to change it. They changed it to Green Jelly, and then they said, but it's pronounced Green Jello. So even though it's spelled Green Jelly, it's still pronounced Jello.
They could have spelt it JELLOW or some shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's something I know they play. I know they play some of the Green Jello songs live. Obviously, Three Little Pigs.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
They're going to be out here.
Radio staple.
The Shrine. That's a DMG Productions event.
Yes.
Another shout out to our friend Chris Taylor.
Yes, he's killing it.
Putting on great shows all over the place in Oklahoma and Arkansas.
Yeah, that's great.
We have not mentioned that we are once again happy to be on WSNR 102.7.
Yes.
That's 102.7WSNR.com. You can listen to us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central. And you can also pull up you can listen on that website that I just mentioned, or you can pull up the CryKey Premium Radio app, dial in 102.7, listen to us that way. There's also tons of other, shows that play nothing but music, metal music, and then there's a couple metal shows where they're talking as well, like we're doing here.
Yeah. So
get on there and check them all out. They also play music, rock music, the rest of the day and night. We're also on SoundCloud.com/Thunder-Underground is where all the podcasts are. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that great stuff. 108 previous episodes now for you to check out.
Yeah.
We just recently had the singer of the Truck Fighters on. We had the bassist from Superjoint. Before that, we've had on guys from King, Sons of Texas, Battlecross, Soilwork. Wow, that would have been cool if we had someone from Soilwork. Soil is what I was trying to say.
One day.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
But I love Soil a lot, so I'm happy with that.
Hell yeah.
We had on Chris Broderick, formerly of Megadeth, Now with Active Defiance. That was a cool one. Kirk Winstein from Crowbar and Down. Help me out here.
Sid Falk, Overkill.
Yeah.
Did you say him?
Yeah.
We've had Shooter Jennings on.
Yeah.
We've had guys from Trickster, from Europe. Mark Kendall from Great White.
Yeah.
We had him on there. He was awesome. We talked about Reliance Code earlier. We had them on not too long ago. Lola from Redneck Nosferatu. It's just all over the place in the best way.
Yeah. Yeah. Corrosion Conformity, Caroline Spine, Insight. Like you said, we cover everything from stoner rock to glam rock to doom metal to thrash metal. It's all there. Death Angel.
Yeah, Death Angel. Wino from The Obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get on soundcloud.com/Thunder-Underground. Just scroll through there and start hitting play. You can download as well. www.thethunderunderground.com and www.1027wsnr.com.
Hell yes.
Right. Anything else?
I think that about wraps her up.
All right. Until next time.
Thunder Underground, y'all.